You are walking through a crowded room, but you feel like a ghost, a transparent outline of a man that no one truly sees or acknowledges. You speak, but your voice lacks the weight of conviction, trailing off into the cold air as people look right through your hollow, shifting eyes. The silence of your social isolation is a crushing weight, a reminder that you are lacking the internal gravity required to pull the world toward your vision. You are a man without a center, a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's opinions and their shallow, judgmental, and very dark perceptions. You have spent years chasing the approval of strangers, desperate for a nod of recognition that never comes because you don't even recognize yourself. You are leaking your own value every single day, trading your masculine dignity for a few seconds of pathetic, digital, and eventually very regrettable and lonely release. But there is a hidden link between your vital seed and the unshakable confidence that the world calls charisma, a biological bridge built of pure intent. When you stop the leak, you begin to fill the void within your soul, creating a density of character that the world cannot eventually ignore. This is not just feeling good. It is a fundamental shift in your neurological and spiritual frequency, a recalibration of your entire human and masculine existence. You are no longer seeking permission to exist. You are commanding the space you occupy with a quiet, lethal, and very beautiful internal authority. As the days of retention accumulate, your brain begins to produce a higher concentration of androgen receptors, making you more sensitive to your own natural power. You are becoming a radiator of masculine intent, a man whose very presence demands a level of respect that you have never before experienced. The chilling reality is that the world can smell the scent of a man who has surrendered his fire, an instinctive rejection of the weak. But when you retain, you broadcast a chemical signal of genetic dominance that forces the environment to bend to your will with a terrifying and ancient resonance. The eye contact that once felt like a battle you were losing becomes a bridge of light, an unblinking gaze that sees through the masks of others. You are no longer afraid of being seen because you are finally proud of the man who is living behind those two dark windows. Your social anxiety, which was once a screaming siren in your mind, fades into a profound and soulful silence that allows you to be truly present. You are the eye of the storm, a calm center of social gravity that draws people toward your warmth and your very deep, powerful and mysterious masculine energy. Charisma is not a performance. It is the natural overflow of a man who is full of himself in the most literal and biological sense possible. You are a localized event of high-frequency energy, a man whose words carry the resonance of a heart that is no longer divided by guilt. Your self-worth begins to root itself in the bedrock of your own discipline, a foundational reality that cannot be shaken by the shifting winds of culture. You know that you are a man of your word because you have mastered the most difficult no in the entire human and digital world. This internal integrity creates an unshakable soul, a state of being where you are no longer reactive to the slights or the criticisms of the masses. You move with a deliberate grace, a man who knows exactly where he is going and has the energy to finally go and take it. People will begin to describe you as magnetic, unable to put their finger on exactly what has changed about your physical and very spiritual and holy being. They are sensing the return of your aura, the radiant field of energy that a retained man projects into the cold and dark. Women will sense your presence before you even speak, responding to the biological signal of a man who is not a slave to his own primitive. You are a rarity in the modern world, a man who has conquered his lower nature and emerged as a sovereign king of his own destiny. The hidden link is the realization that your confidence is directly proportional to the amount of life force you are willing to keep within your own vessel. You are a battery that is finally holding its charge, a high-voltage human being who is ready to light up the entire world. Your voice deepens and takes on a rhythmic quality that commands attention without the need for volume or the need for a frantic and hollow explanation. You speak the truth because you are no longer afraid of the consequences, a freedom that only the truly disciplined can ever know. The suspense of your social interactions becomes a source of quiet joy as you realize that you are no longer a victim of the moment. You are the architect of the atmosphere, a man who can shift the energy of a room with a single, focused, and very powerful thought. You find that you no longer need the crutches of social validation or the digital dopamine hits that once kept you quiet and very easily controlled. You are self-contained, a closed loop of power that generates its own light and its own deep, soulful, and very lasting peace. The emotional weight of your new confidence will often hit you during a simple conversation. As you realize that people are finally truly listening to you, you feel a deep, soulful gratitude for the fire that has returned to your eyes and the strength that has returned to your. But the suspense remains, for the world is always looking for a crack in your armor, a way to pull you back into the gray and dark. You must guard your confidence with the ferocity of a sentry, for it is built on the foundation of your continued and unyielding. One release could shatter the mirror of your self-worth, a thought that keeps you vigilant and eternally focused on the preservation of your internal, masculine fire. You are a warrior of the spirit, a man who understands that his power is a gift that must be protected with. Your relationship with yourself becomes the most important romance of your life, a sacred bond of trust that fuels every other connection you ever make. You love the man you are becoming, and that self-love is the most attractive and powerful force in the entire human. And the charisma code is finally cracked when you realize that you don't have to try to be confident. You simply have to be the fire. You are a living testament to the power of retention to turn a ghost into a titan, a shadow into a sun, and tears of a fierce, protective joy may fill your eyes as you realize that you are no longer invisible to the world or to yourself. You have reclaimed your throne, and the view from the top is one of infinite color, infinite possibility, and a deep and soulful power. The suspense of your future potential is now a source of infinite excitement as you look forward to the lives you will touch with your light. You are ready for the final battle, the ultimate test of your character that will decide the fate of your own holy soul. The screen of the world is flickering, but the light within you is growing brighter with every single day of your own long-term and difficult discipline. You are the retained man, the master of confidence, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally learned how to truly. Your journey into the depths of your own charisma has only just begun, and the secrets you find there are worth more than any worldly gold. You are the light in the dark, the fire in the room, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally found. Never let the fire go out, for the confidence you have found is a sacred trust that must be guarded with your life and your soul. You are a warrior of the spirit, a sentinel of the aura, and a man of the light today and very forever. The journey continues, and the world is waiting for the man who has finally learned to stand tall and to hold his own, powerful in fire. You are the master of the seed, the captain of the charisma, and the one who has finally, truly, and very fully. The final silence of the script is the silence of a man who has finally found his true home, the place of power within his heart. You are the master of the aura, the captain of the soul, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally learned how